Hey guys, thank you so much for meeting me here again today. I've gotten some questions about how to deal with ADHD in the upper grades in the high school classrooms and even college. And so here are some strategies that should work for you. Here's 4 strategies. Number 1 is note taking. Know when to take notes. You don't need to take all the fluff notes, but there's little clues that the teacher will give you that things are important and will be on the test. So I have a little acronym, BRILO. Brillo. B means board. If it's on the board, then write it down. R means repeat. If the teacher repeats it repetitively, then it's going to be on the test. Write it down. If the teacher says, hey, this is important, write it down. L, if it's in the form of a list, that list will probably be on your test. Write it down. And then if the teacher says, oh, it's on the test, write that one down. BRILO. Board, repeat, important, list, on the test. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 comes from Pokemon Go. So I'm sure there's a lot of science behind the way they do things, but Pokemon Go has these large research assignments, and this is page 4 of 8 that I'm on, and each page has 3 to 4 little jobs on it, right? And then at the end you get rewarded. So what you can do is you get a large assignment in the classroom, then you can actually do the same thing. Take out your folder and write page 1, page 2, page 3, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and write down 4 little tasks that will need to be done. Research this, and this. Write this, and this. Listen or watch this, and this. Compile. So you can do that and just break it down into little bitty tasks. And then at the end of each page, give yourself a reward. Go out for a coffee. Go meet your friends and hang out. Go for a jog. But give yourself a reward, something that satisfies you at the end of each page, and then you'll have that little bit of motivation that keeps you moving too. So if the researchers for a game like that see that it works, then it probably works for all of us for all of our tasks. Tip number 3. So why bother studying if we can't remember anything, right? So learn how to study in a way that'll help you remember. Well, if you're just listening to a lecture, you're only going to remember 5%. If you read the information, that'll double. You'll remember 10%. If you watch a video with the information in it, it'll double again. Then it's 20%. If you watch a live demo, you'll get a little bit more. You'll remember 30%. If you talk about it with your friends or your family or somebody else, you'll remember 50%. If you do hands-on, you're playing with it, you're handling it, 75%. But it's 90%. You'll remember 90% of what you're studying if you teach it to somebody else. So teaching a concept is like the best way to study. So, you can do it over the phone with a friend or whatever, FaceTime them and do it. You could sit at the end of class for 5 minutes while you're waiting for your ride or whatever and say, hey, let me teach you this lesson real quick, and then you turn around and teach it back to me. So you both actually get to benefit from it, right? So teach the lesson. Hey, maybe you have little kids at home you can try to teach to. Film their response. That'd be kind of funny. But if you know it well enough to teach it, then you've studied it pretty good and you should remember 90% of it. And then the last tip I have is called sticky note studying. Sticky note studying. If you're reading a big book like this, you're not going to remember all the material. Who does that, right? But each page or each section or each idea or concept, if you'll write a sticky note and you'll summarize that page or summarize that idea or summarize that concept on that sticky note, then you're doing several things on that list already. And then put your note somewhere where you're going to see it. So stick it on your bulletin board next to your bed, stick it on your mirror over your dresser, stick it on the mirror in your bathroom, where you'll just pass by it and have to see it and kind of stop and look at it. And the more times you repeat reading it, you're going to hit another part of your memory. So that was 4 tips to help you study in the upper grades. 4 study tips for you. Brillo, Pokemon Go, Teach It, and sticky note studying. So put those to use and let me know how they work for you. And if you've got any really cool tactics that do work for you, then let us know about those too. We'd be really interested. Thanks, guys.